is production system? Production system are those activities of an organization with resources flowing within a defined system are combined and transformed in a controlled manner to add value in accordance to the policies communicated by the management. Characteristics of a production system. And number one is the production is an organized activity, so every production system has an objective. The system transforms various inputs to useful outputs. It does not operate in isolation from other organizational systems. There exists as feedback about the activities, which is essential to control and improve system performance. There are types of production processes. Number one is the job shop production. It is characterized by manufacturing of one or few quantity of products, designs, and produced as per the specifications of customers within prefixed time and costs. It produces piece of goods in small batches. The distinguishing features of this is low volume and high variety of products. A job shop comprises of general-purpose machines arranged into different departments. Each job demands unique technological requirements, demands processing on machine in a certain sequence. Characteristics of job shop production. Number one, it is a high variety of products and low volume. Second is use of general purpose machines and facilities. Highly skilled operators who can take up each job as a challenge because of uniqueness. And large inventory of materials, tools, parts, and detailed planning is essential for sequencing the requirements of each product. Capacities for its work center and order priorities. There are advantages of job shop production. A variety of products can be produced because of the general purpose machines and facilities. Operators will become more skilled and competent as each job gives them learning opportunities. Full potential of operators can be utilized. Opportunity exists for creative methods and innovative ideas. There are limitations for job shop production. Number one is the cost is higher due to frequent set of changes. Number two is higher level of inventory at all level and hence higher inventory cost. Product planning is complicated. There is a larger space requirement also. The second one type of production is batch production. It is defined by American Production and Inventory Control Society or APICS as a form of manufacturing in which the job passes through the functional departments in lots or batches, and its lots may have a different routing. It is characterized by the manufacture of limited number of products produced as regular intervals in stock awaiting sales. Characteristics of batch production. Number one is it has shorter production runs. Plant and machinery are more flexible. And plant and machinery setup is used for the production of item in a batch, and change of setup is required for processing the next batch. And manufacturing lead time and costs are lower as compared to job order production. There are advantages of batch production. Number one is better utilization of plant and machinery. Promotes functional specialization. Cost per unit is lower as compared to job order production. Lower investment in plant and machinery. Flexibility to accommodate and process number of products. Job satisfaction exists for operators. There are limitations also for batch production. Number one is the material handling is complex because of irregular and longer flows. Production planning and control is complex. Work in process inventory is higher compared to continuous production. Higher setup cost due to frequent changes in setup. Third is the mass production. It is the manufacture discrete parts or assemblies using a continuous process. This production system is justified by very large volume of production. The machines are arranged in a line or product layout. Product and process standardization exists and all outputs follow the same path. Characteristics of mass production. Number one is the standardization of product and process sequence. Dedicated special purpose machines having higher production capacities and output rates. Large volume of products. Shorter cycle time of production. Lower in-process inventory. Perfectly balanced production lines. Flow of materials, components, and parts is continuous and without any backtracking. Production planning and control is easy. Material handling can be completely automatic. Advantages of mass production. Number one is the higher rate of production which reduces cycle time. Higher capacity utilization due to line balancing. Less skilled operators are required and low process inventory. And manufacturing cost per unit is low. There are also limitations of mass production. Number one is the breakdown of one machine will stop an entire production line. Line layout needs major change with the changes in the product design. High investment in production facilities. The cycle time is determined by the slowest operation. Number 4 type is the continuous production. When facilities are arranged as per the sequence of production operations, from the first operations to the finished products, the items are made to flow through the sequence of operations through material handling devices such as conveyors, transfer devices, and etc. Characteristics of continuous production. Number 1 is dedicated plant and equipment with zero flexibility. Material handling is fully automated. Process followed by a predetermined sequence of operation. Component materials can be readily identified with final product. Planning and scheduling is a routine action. And there are advantages for continuous production. Number 1 is the standardization of product and process sequence is higher rate of production, which reduces the cycle time. Higher capacity utilization due to line balancing. Manpower is not required for material handling as it is completely automatic. Person with limited skills can be used on the production line. Unit cost is lower due to high volume of production. And there are also limitations for the continuous production. Number 1 is the flexibility to accommodate and process number of products does not exist. Very high investment for setting low flow lines, and production differentiation is limited.